welcome back to the 12 Days of Christmas. My name is Eric, and welcome to the Nomad. Now, I know what you're thinking. Nomad, what are you doing? What are you wearing, baby? Well, I'll tell you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a chef jacket because you are here at the very first installment of the Nomad's Science Lab. That sounded really dumb. Food Lab, Science Lab. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to name this show yet, but it's going to be something along those lines. Fell off my table. Now, today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a science experiment with my favorite holiday beverage. That's right, I'm talking about, nice pen, eggnog. Fucking eggnog. Eggnog goes with literally any holiday tradition that you have during this month. I start drinking this at about Halloween, and I don't stop drinking it until the stores fully sell out, and then I cry, complain to the manager, and beg for another bottle, which they kindly tell me, "Sir, you need to leave my store right now." I don't. I go ahead and buy milk and pretend it's eggnog and cry myself to sleep. However, today, I'm going to take eggnog to the ultimate test. Scratch my nose. Now you see, in my opinion, eggnog should go with just about anything, but unfortunately, we're going to find that out ourselves the hard way. Now see, I have gone and went to Walmart tonight, on the way home from work. I went to Walmart, and I found a whole bunch of different drinks that I enjoy drinking personally. And I wonder if I'm going to enjoy them just as much if I combine them with eggnog. In a horrible science experiment, that will probably go wrong. Now, I'm going to pour in the eggnog first every single time. Just like any good science experiment, you have to have controls, variables. You have to have independent variables and dependent variables. You see, now in every good science experiment, you have to have constants. Constants are the parts that you don't change. Now, one of my main constants is going to be each drink is going to be in a different, fresh, red Solo cup. The epitome of the party. If you don't have red Solo cups, I'm leaving your house. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a very small 1, 2, 3, 4 count of eggnog each and every time, so it's the exact same amount of eggnog in each glass. Now, my control is going to be simply eggnog, bottoms up. You just can't go wrong with eggnog. You just can't. There's no way to go wrong with eggnog. Now, let me grab a fresh one, and holy fuck, cat, you scared the shit out of me. Hi, how are you? Now, once again, 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. A little bit more than that. I'm kind of a heavier pour, but hey, it sometimes happens. I'm not a bartender, you know. Now, I've got my eggnog here. Now, I figured. Now, as you saw earlier, my control, which is going to be the control is kind of what you're basing everything on. So your control is the one that's not tampered with, it's by itself. We're going to change some independent variables. Now the independent variables are the part that you can change, and the dependent variable is the result that you get from changing the independent variable. Now, the first thing we're going to test with the eggnog is milk. Now, milk, you might be asking, the eggnog is made from milk. Why would you do that? Well, you see, I thought I would start this off with something that would probably go well together. Unfortunately, since I'm doing this on things that I actually enjoy drinking, I don't like drinking white milk. I don't. It doesn't really matter what kind it is, I just don't drink it. However, I will drink the fuck out of some chocolate milk, so I have chocolate milk. Now, the Walmart that I went to was in the middle of restocking and didn't have normal size containers of chocolate milk. All they had was the silo versions. And so that's what I got. It's a good thing I like it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the top. Get a good nice whiff, because that's what you do, you know. Sifty, sifty, sifty. Smells like chocolate milk. I wonder why. Now we're going to pour, on this count, we're going to do, just like we did before, a 4 count. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we're going to do, we're going to mix it up a little bit here. Just a nice little sift, 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 sift. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rate all of these. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 5 things I'm going to be trying with this. Yes, I have 5 things that I'm going to be trying with this. And I don't know if it's going to get worse or bad, but basically I'm going to rate these from 1 to 5. 5 being the one that I enjoy the most, and 1 being the one that I enjoy the least combination. So, alright, so we're gonna mix and this is gonna be by itself. The control is by itself, because I know how that's gonna be. So, I've mixed it up, there you go. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, who knows, but bottoms up. So it's not bad. Matter of fact, it's not bad at all. It's weird because the eggnog has such a strong taste. It actually overpowers the chocolate. And even though I poured in even amounts, it doesn't taste very different. It almost tastes like watered down eggnog, in a sense. Which makes sense because, you know, eggnog's made of milk and I just added more milk to it. So that result's pretty predictable. And actually what I was figured was this was going to be the best one. So I'm going to put it at 5 for right now. So it's going to go from 1 to 5. I don't know if that's going to look right for you guys or not. It doesn't look right for me. I'm hoping it flips for you guys when I edit this. But this is number 5. Number 1's going to be over here. So that is the chocolate milk test. Chocolate milk and eggnog. Not bad. It tastes like kind of like watered down. Now, the next one that I'm going to bring out is something that I drank a little bit more of. I tend to not frequent this soda too often anymore. I kind of go to other soda brands, which I'll get to in a second. But first off, you can never go wrong with the classic Pepsi. That's right, folks. I'm a Pepsi guy. Ignore the Coke. Yes, I actually prefer Pepsi over Coke. I don't know why. I always kind of have. I just drink Coke because I prefer Coke in bottles. I'm weird. Just ignore me, okay? I have very weird things about me that I don't know. All right, so we're gonna do our eggnog first. 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, 4 count of eggnog here. Now, whew, this is the part that I wasn't excited for. When you get to these. So now we're going to do the Pepsi. Okay, do a 4 count of Pepsi. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty. That looks like puke. Alright, so we're gonna mix it together. Already I can tell you it's very watery. Eggnog is very thick. This is not thick. Just adding that 4 count of Pepsi to it has made it so it's a much more, like, sort of silky, like, I don't know. I'm not ready for this one. Alright, so do the smell. Just... This one doesn't smell good at all. This doesn't smell good at all. Bottoms up, friends. So, it doesn't taste terrible. Not as good as the chocolate milk. It almost tastes like a root beer float, which is weird because I didn't put root beer in here and this isn't ice cream. But eggnog is kind of ice cream because it's sort of like a thickier substance, sort of like ice cream is. And so, when you combine it with the soda and the carbonation, it kind of turns it into a root beer float, like a Pepsi float almost. Really weird. I'm going to take one more taste because it wasn't terrible. Yeah, it kind of tastes like a float. Interesting. I wouldn't drink more of it, but you know, I'll put it at a 3 for right now. I'll put it in the middle. As I said before, Pepsi is not my favorite soda. Neither is Coke. My favorite soda is actually a drink that any gamer will tell you is an absolute must. And we gamers are the reason they're still in business, and that drink is Mountain Dew. Now, Mountain Dew has a very citrusy taste to it, much different than the Pepsi. So the Pepsi kind of went with it. I don't think the Mountain Dew is going to. And my hypothesis on this one, for this science experiment, is this is going to be the first one that doesn't taste good. So, we're going to do our 4 count, as always. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to crack open the Mountain Dew. These are all fresh open. They've not been opened. They've not been tampered with. You guys are seeing me open. You hear that? Nice fist pop, so you understand this is my first time opening this. Because as a good scientist, you have to know that this is just, you have to keep you have to keep everything the same. You have to do everything the same. It's the only way to get the proper results. Right? Right? I guess so. Then we're going to pour this in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 count. Once again, just like the Pepsi, immediately I can tell it's a very silky substance, but it's not as bubbly as the Pepsi made. Personally, I always thought Mountain Dew was more of the smoother one, but Pepsi's kind of like a watered down Coke, like everyone likes to say it is, so in a weird sense, Pepsi is kind of a watery Coke. So I will immediately say, by smelling it, it smells more like eggnog than the Pepsi did. The Pepsi smelled like a float, so I kind of expected that. This one, I don't smell the carbonation, I don't smell the Mountain Dew, even though, well, yeah, Mountain Dew actually has a very, very, very specific smell. And I'm not getting it from this. Let's find out. Bottoms up, friends. Oh. That doesn't mix very well. So it has a very eggnog-y aftertaste, because eggnog has a very specific taste, but a very sharp initial taste. It wasn't terrible. It was unexpected. It was like Mountain Dew hit you and then the eggnog hit you. I wasn't expecting. I'm gonna try one more. Mix it up a little bit more. Oh God, yeah. That's weird. That's weird. That one didn't work out at all. I'm gonna put this one at a 2 for right now. I'm gonna leave this at a 3. Put that at 2. I have 2 more concoctions that we're gonna do to. Now, obviously, it's the winter time here in Virginia and America, so typically this next drink is something that you would drink during the summer. Something nice, refreshing, and cool. Something to kick back, relax at the pool, on the beaches, and just sip on some nice, fresh, Simply lemonade. That's right, made with 11% lemon juice, pasteurized, very low sodium, keep refrigerated, shake well. Okay, I think I shake it pretty well. Best if used within 7 to 10 days after opening. Okay, so yeah, this is just all natural Simply Lemonade. It's actually not a brand that I normally get. I normally get like Minute Maid or something like that, but I saw this, it was cheaper, so I thought, you know what, we'll go ahead for it. So, like normal, we're gonna do our 4 count of eggnog. Look. Alright. And now, we're gonna do, oh, well, see, now you can clearly see this one has not been tampered with. Ooh, ah. Oh, it's pulpy. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize it was pulpy. Oh, this is going to be disgusting. There's nothing worse than pulpy lemonade. Alright, so we're going to do a 4 count. 1, 2. That made weird sounds. Okay. I was going to add sound effects to these, but I don't have to add one for that one. That one didn't quite get as silky smooth as the sodas did. And it almost magnified the eggnog smell, which is really weird. It didn't overpower it. It just smells like strong eggnog. So we're gonna mix it up a little bit here. Bottoms up, friends. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. So, it basically, again, the eggnog flavor is going to overpower most of these, which is the one thing that I'm learning from this. The base taste doesn't change. But this one, it kind of, so eggnog has a very sharp flavor, it's very heavy. This just turned it into smooth eggnog, which was not what I was expecting. The pulp is still disgusting though. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this one at 4. I'll put that one at 4. That one wasn't terrible. Actually, it was not bad. The last thing, now people that know me personally know that I'm a very big fan of fruit juices. And my favorite one of all time has been my favorite since my best friend introduced it to me about 14 years ago. And that is Cranberry Grape. That's right. Ocean Spray and Welch's both make the best cranberry grape. Pour of the eggnog as usual. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, crack open the cranberry grape. Oh god, here we go. Oof. That burp was a combination of everything I've drunk so far. And I think it tasted worse than the drinks did. Alright, bottoms up. 3, 4. Ooh. Now, out of all the concoctions, this one certainly looks the worst. Let me go ahead and mix it up here. I thought the Pepsi one looked bad. This one turned it into like strawberry milk. Very weird. Okay, this is the first one that I think the smell has overpowered the eggnog. Now, cranberry grape has a very peculiar taste, a very strong taste itself. It's very powerful. Eggnog has equal power. I wonder if these two are going to cancel out, or if this is the one that's going to make me puke. Let's find out. Oh! God, that... Oh, God. Again, the aftertaste isn't bad. It's that initial... It's that initial burst that's just bad. Oh, God. I mean, I've drunk 2 sips and I was just... Oh, God. Yeah. As expected, cranberry grape and eggnog don't mix. No. Don't mix at all. Well, there you have it, folks. I hope you learned something today. So, as we have it here, cranberry grape is probably the worst one, followed by the... Which one was this one? Mountain Dew. So it's followed by the Mountain Dew, followed by the Pepsi, followed by the lemonade, and last but not least, the chocolate milk, which was expected. This actually didn't go exactly as I was expecting the lemonade to be as bad as the cranberry grape. And I actually expected the Pepsi to taste a little bit better. Mountain Dew is kind of where I thought it was going to be in a sense of not as good as the Pepsi. I wasn't expecting the lemonade one to taste as good as it did. So, there you have it, folks. I've learned that eggnog should just stay eggnog, as expected. You know what, when it comes right down to it, there's no reason to change the tradition. There's no reason to fix something that's not broken. And so for that, eggnog, I thank you for being your pure, true self. I love you, eggnog. Seriously. I love it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a whole lot of other crazy ideas. Nothing like this. This is the only thing like this that I have planned for this time. But I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something today. I hope you enjoyed the No Man's Cooking Lab, which I think is what I'm just going to go ahead and call this. Science experiments based on food and drink. If you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what other crazy concoctions you want to see next. Should I mix sodas together? Should I mix food groups that don't usually go together? Should I put food in drink? I don't fucking know. You tell me. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more of the 12 Days of Christmas. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.